Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I am returning to you tonight for this worst song mention of March 2024 slash best songs of March 2024. So I only have maybe one song to mention real quick to get it out of the way. So we're gonna dive right into this video. So pretty much the first song I want to mention is Scene Queen Finger, one of the worst tracks that came out for this month. I was very disappointed with this track. I really hated this song. She sounds fucking annoying, Hannah does, and I don't understand why people listen to her music. It's a bunch of crap, in my opinion. I mean, hey, to each their own, but still, your music sucks, Scene Queen. Face reality. You're not that good, in my opinion. So that's just what I think. So basically, to get that cat out of the box, this song was bad. So now to talk about the best songs of March 2020. Starting with number 16, Luke Hemmings, Shakes. I really enjoyed this track. I think Luke Hemmings pulled off a really nice melodic song. Mellow track too. It's more pop R&B stuff, but it still sounds pretty good for what I listen to. So this is a great song. Definitely recommend checking it out. Came out a few weeks ago. I really did not know about this, and until I saw it on Hip Hop DE. Hip Hop D is where I found it for download. So it came out a few weeks ago, and I was like, damn, I did not know about this. And I'm glad I checked it out because it's actually really good. Blue October, Everything We Lost in the Fire. Pretty good song. I think this is a step up in the right direction. I don't know if they're going to be doing another album with this song in it. I think the part 3 was supposed to be cover tracks or acoustic songs for their previous songs from part 1 and 2. So basically, yeah, still pretty good track for what it went for. And I think Justin Furtensfield's vocals sound really good in this track, and I think they pulled it off with this one. So great song, number 15. Number 14 is Flat Black, Nothing to Some, featuring Corey Taylor. I mean, this really did feel like a Corey Taylor track, featuring Flat Black, in my opinion. It's not one of the best tracks of this month, but it is in the best songs, in my opinion. It's not great, but it's fine. So, number 14 is Flat Black, Nothing to Some. I think Corey Taylor did pull it off with his screaming vocals for this track. Even Wes sounded pretty good track for how I listened to it. So, pretty good song in its own way. Number 13 is 21 Pilots, Next Semester. This song has grown on me a lot more. I think this is one of their best tracks. It took a little bit of time to get used to the song, but I'm already getting used to it as I listen to it more and more, and I'm just like, you know what, this is actually pretty good, so why not put it on this list? So at number 13 is 21 Pilots with Next Semester. Number 12 is Daughtry with Pieces. Great song, in my opinion. I really enjoyed Chris Daughtry's vocals in this track. It sounds even better than usual. I think his vocals have gotten a lot better as time goes on. He practices his voice and just hits that range where you know you can't hit. So it's like, damn, he really hits a good range. So pretty much number 12, Daughtry, Pieces. Number 11 is Red Handed Denial, Parasite. Great track. Didn't think it'd be in my top 10, but it came very close to being in my top 10. But for what it is, it's still a strong track. And I think Lauren Babbitt's screaming vocals were really good, and her clean vocals from time to time were pretty solid in the chorus. So, good track in its own way. Number 10 is Wage War with Magnetic. This is a song that came out about a week ago. I think this was a very experimental track, but it was worthy to be in my top 10 because it's a good way to start the top 10, I guess you could say. I think this track had potential. It more of the experimental kind of song, electronic rock, all that stuff. But for what they went for with this track, they did have some metalcore breakdowns. A metalcore breakdown in the bridge that sounded pretty good, but overall, pretty good song, pretty catchy. Definitely recommend checking out Wage War Magnetic. Number 9 is POD with Lies We Tell Ourselves. Did not think I'd really like this track, but it's one of my favorite POD songs, and it's going to be on their new album, Veritas, dropping May 3rd. So, can't wait to hear how that album is going to sound, and I'm very excited for it. I did pre-order this record, and I can't wait to own it on CD. So I think POD has really impressed me. Sonny's vocals were pretty good in this track, and some of the screams in the background were pretty solid too. So, number 9, POD, Lies We Tell Ourselves. Number 8 is Keith Wallen with The Wolf. This is the third single he's released for this upcoming album, Infinity Now, dropping on the same day that POD's new record comes out, May 3rd. And yes, the album's called Infinity Now. Can't wait to listen to that record too. So there's going to be a lot of interesting releases for the second quarter of 2024. But overall, I think Keith Wallen did do pretty good with this track. So his vocals were outstanding in this song. And this was one of my favorite tracks of March of 2024. It's not in the top 5, but it is pretty good for what they went for. Number 7 is While She Sleeps with Leave Me Alone. Pretty good song for what I went for. I wasn't sure if I was going to like this track for how it sounded, but overall, I think it's pretty good for what it is. So, I think Lost Taylor's screaming vocals were quite outstanding. And basically, the backing vocalist, I think Sean is his name, still did pretty good with his vocals in the background. So this is a pretty strong track. Definitely. And the drum work and guitar work is outstanding in this song. The rapping, it's pretty solid, but still a good track. Very strong track. Number 6 is The Devil Wears Prada with Ritual. Great song. I like the experimentation with the electronic work. It executes flawlessly and makes the song sound very fresh and different for them. Like, it's kind of what they're used to, but still, it's a great song. And I hope they drop a new album. If not this year, next year sometime. It doesn't have to be this year. It just, whenever they decide to drop the next record to follow up Color Decay, that's fine. Take all the time you need, because that album came out a year and a half ago. So, yeah, it's basically a record that we don't need just yet from them until 2025. So give me a second, guys. I gotta pause the video. Sorry about that, guys. My mom was banging on the medicine cabinet door. I wasn't sure what was going on, so I was just like, oh, was she calling me or something? So, number 5 is Northlane with After Image featuring Ian Kenny. I think this was a great track. Worthy to be in the top 5 for sure. Marcus Bridges' screaming vocals were quite outstanding. Even his clean vocals were really good, but Ian Kenny impressed me with his vocals in this track. I really was impressed with this song, and this was a great song to put in the top 5. So number 5 is Northlane with After Image featuring Ian Kenny. And number 4 is Era with Crawl Backwards Out of Heaven. Great track for what I went for. Sorry if I slurred. I tend to do that sometimes. Great track. Definitely recommend this song. I actually was very impressed with this single. I mean, not one of the strongest singles, but still a strong track for what it went for as the fourth single for the record. So, basically recommend it. At number 4, Era with Crawl Backwards Out of Heaven. Number 3 is The Ghost Inside was Split. Unfortunately, they did not make number 1 this time around. There is a band that did make number 1, and you will be surprised who I pick as the number 1 for March of 2024 for best songs and their material. But still, The Ghost Inside still impressed me with this track for what they went for, and I was really digging this song. Worthy to be in my top 5 for sure. I can't wait for the new album, Searching for Solace. Drops April 19th. Digital version, and the CD version comes out June 7th. But I think it's going to be a really good album from what I gathered. So, pretty much a great single for a fourth single. And I was surprised it came out sooner than I thought. I thought it was going to come out close to the end of the month, or at least early next month or so. But still, great that we got another Ghost Inside song for middle of March, like a week and a half ago. So, pretty good stuff. I think Jonathan Vigil's screaming vocals were quite outstanding, and he was really screaming in this one. Number 2 is Dayseeker with My Immortal Evanescence cover. This was beautifully sung. It was one of my favorite songs to come out. It was contender for best song of March 2024 for this month, but it didn't make the cut. There is another band that did make the cut, and you will be surprised who I deem to be which song is the best song of March 2024 for this month. So, Dayseeker did pretty much impress me with this track. This was runner-up to the song that is going to be the winner this month. But I think Dayseeker, Rory Rodriguez's vocals were quite amazing in this song, and this was beautifully sung. This technically should be a worthy track to be as number 1, but I have a different opinion than that. Deem something else to be number 1 in my opinion. So, pretty much I think Rory impressed me with his vocals, and this song impressed me with how beautifully sung, how beautiful the acoustic guitar work sounded, and this track was a great cover song that they did for an Evanescence cover. So, it is the last song on the new record, Replica, the acoustic album. It's a compilation, but still, I think it's going to sound really good when it comes out April 19th. So, number 2 was Dayseeker with My Immortal Evanescence cover. And finally, at number 1, drum roll please, The Plot in You, Don't Look Away. This is such a banger, in my opinion. Definitely rocks for sure. I started headbanging to this song so much. This was great with Landon Towers' screaming vocals. He just screamed through majority of the song. Not even any clean vocals through this track. I mean, some cracked up vocals from time to time, like shooken up vocals that sounded ominous for the track, but that's what they were going for with this song. But this song still impressed me with how it turned out, and execution-wise, great track to be number 1, in my opinion. So, number 1 is The Plot in You with Don't Look Away. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this worst song mention of March 2024 / best songs of March 2024. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will have more videos coming out. I don't know if this is coming out tonight or tomorrow. I don't know about this, but I'll let you know when I get this video out. But until then, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the album review for Enrique Iglesias Final Volume 2. That's going to be coming out in due time. I gotta see when I can get it out, probably tomorrow sometime. But until then, I'll see you in my next review. Have a good night, guys.